Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to give you a very thorough overview of the article here, and in a short moment we're going to watch a video. I'll play it multiple times. It's only a 27-second video in regards to a 10-minute fight which ends in a fatality. So let me tell you a little bit about the situation before we watch the video. A woman faces no charges for fatally shooting a Kansas City fireman. This happened October the 6th of this year, 2022. And the deceased is a gentleman by the name of Anthony Santi. He was a 41-year-old firefighter. And how this happened was at a convenience store in a town called Independence in Missouri, I believe Jackson County. And this guy called Javon Taylor, 23 years of age, he went into the convenience store to buy some cigars. He was informed by the employee of the convenience store that the store didn't have the particular cigars that he was looking for. Now, Javon, if I pronounce his name correctly, wasn't happy with that and decided to abuse the employee, was cussing at the female employee. It's probably not relevant that they're a female, but Javon Taylor was being aggressive towards the employee. The employee said, "Javon Taylor, can you please leave the store?" The employee asked the customer to leave the store. The customer refused. At which point, the 41-year-old fireman Anthony Santi stepped in, and he too instructed Javon Taylor, the belligerent, aggressive person causing a scene in the convenience store. Anthony Santi told Javon Taylor to leave the store. Javon continued to refuse to do so, and a fight ensued. That fight continued out into the parking lot, and apparently it went on for around 10 minutes. During that fight, 23-year-old Javon Taylor pulled out a gun, and it looks to me, we'll see in the video, it looks to me that a woman picks that gun up. We don't quite know who the woman is. We could guess, could be wrong, but we could guess that the woman is Javon Taylor's girlfriend, perhaps baby mama, perhaps relative of some sort. We don't quite know. We don't know the woman's name. But either way, she was either passed a gun, or arguably, the article says that Javon Taylor dropped the gun and the woman picks it up. It looks like it was passed to me, but either way, the fireman was, let's say, wrestling Javon Taylor, the 23-year-old, on the ground, and the woman shot Anthony Santi in the back fatally. He subsequently died. So we're going to watch that video. I will let you know that the shooting does not occur in this video. This is the lead up to the shooting. I don't know how long after this video the shooting occurred. It could be moments. It could be seconds. But let's play.
Cell phone video captured some of that fight between 41-year-old Anthony Santi and 23-year-old Javon Taylor. Witnesses tell KNBC the fight may have lasted as long as 10 minutes. Javon Taylor's girlfriend pulled out a gun and ultimately killed Anthony Santi.
We can see the woman point the gun at the pair of them multiple times. I would presume poor gun control. She screams, "My kids are in the car." She's concerned about how this looks to her kids. Yet moments later, she shoots the gentleman on the top here, the white gentleman, Anthony Santi. She shoots him in the back. She gets away scot-free. No charges laid. Why? Well, because this happened in Missouri, Jackson County, a town called Independence. And they have stand your ground laws. Seemingly, the courts, the magistrates or such, decided that those stand your ground laws applied in this case. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings. Like I really am torn on this one. I don't know. I don't know what my feeling is. In some ways, and mostly, I thought that this is a completely unnecessary killing. That the woman has been reckless in pointing the gun at several points at the pair of them, which we see there. At the same time, she does seem genuinely fearful that the 23-year-old is going to be killed. And I don't know, man. Like, that looks like an attempt to twist his neck. I don't know. I can see some reason to be fearful. He's tapping the ground. Javon is tapping the ground at the last moments. You know, it's not a wrestling match. Look, there he is. He's tapping the ground. So if this was UFC, which it isn't, but if it was, he would be trying to indicate to the opponent that he's done. You know, he wants out. But of course, this isn't the UFC. But I also have to gasp at the beginning. Let's watch the beginning again. Look, yeah, I don't like that, man. I really don't like that. At that beginning, those beginning moments, Anthony Santi, the 41-year-old fireman, is smashing Javon Taylor's head into the ground, into the concrete. I do not like that. We'll watch that again. Yeah, look, I'm sorry. I am confused about this. This is the second attempt that I've made at making this video. In the first attempt, I was far more in support of Anthony Santi. But I don't know, man. Like, he should not be slamming Javon Taylor's head into the concrete. I would say that's attempted murder. I wouldn't argue with that. It also looked at a certain point, I think around this time, that perhaps maybe he was trying to twist his neck, like break his neck. Honestly, that's what that looks like. That's what it looks. It doesn't look good to me. What do I know? I'm not a combat expert. You know, I'm not an expert in means to restrain people. Perhaps that wasn't an attempt to snap his neck. But this at the beginning certainly was him smashing more than once Javon Taylor's into the concrete. Yeah, I don't like this, man. I'm going to wrap things up at this point, I guess. But I am confused about this. I am confused. I really don't know what to think. I think it's a little bit curious that this guy comes along kind of casually. And of course, we've got the cameraman. Nobody's expecting a murder to occur. Or, you know, maybe the cameraman or camera woman does suspect that, but they just don't want to get involved beyond holding a camera. I don't know, man. I'm confused, but to be honest, I'm sorry to the family of Anthony Santi, but the fact that we see him smashing Javon Taylor's head into the concrete, that, to me, in and of itself, regardless of that, as to anything else that occurred prior or since, that to me is a sign of excess force. And I would say attempted murder to be, you know, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about, but, you know, if I was told that Anthony Santi would be charged with attempted murder following smashing someone's head into the concrete, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that sounds about right. I kind of wanted to and assumed that I would be passing on, you know, full condolences to the family, which of course I still do. But I am not in support of Anthony Santi in regards to this. I don't think the woman wanted to be there. I think the woman was genuinely fearful. And I think she had cause to be fearful. If she saw what we see in this video, I think she does have cause to be fearful for the life of Javon Taylor. Interesting. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Of course, full condolences to the family of Anthony Santi. I don't think I disagree with the Missouri courts on this one. I thought I did, but in retrospect, is that the right word? I don't think I do. I think they perhaps made the right call. I'm interested in your thoughts. I don't know if this is going to be a big talking point or not. Maybe it is. But I found this interesting. So I'm going to wrap things up. Take care.